Hey everybody, welcome back to Deciphering Crypto. This week we're going to be doing a review on the protocol OCD or On-Chain Dynamics. Let's take a look. On-Chain Dynamics is a DEX interface, so it interfaces with Uniswap, it interfaces with PancakeSwap, and gives you some bot abilities, anti-MEV, setting limit order, buys, sells. It also gives you some contract information. Let's talk about some of the features. On-Chain Dynamics allows you to trade tokens. It allows you to use multiple exchanges. It also allows you to audit token contracts, and it also has revenue share. I am pretty disappointed with the revenue share aspect of it because you have to have 0.25% of the tokens, which is 2.5 million tokens, and that equates to about 13 Ethereum or $20,000. So it's very disappointing that you have to have $20,000 invested in the token before you can see any of the revenue share. Okay, everyone, here we have On-Chain Dynamics homepage. It's pretty basic. It's also called OCD. A couple of things on here that are a little frustrating. They have these trading bots, and it looks like they have these links over here, but they don't do anything, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to eventually fix that or if it's just broken now. Shows the wallet that's connected. They have docs, tools, socials, tools, and tools takes you to the primary page. OCD is basically a DEX interface. It interfaces with Uniswap, but also provides some other additional features. Now they say that it's for the intermediate user or for the novice user, but I would definitely disagree with this. This is not going to be for the novice user, especially when it comes to configuring the sniper and even setting up the wallets. The wallet is very traditional. So basically to set up even the wallet is you can come to the configuration tab, has wallet settings. You can add a wallet or you can generate a new wallet. So, and I already have this wallet added. It was a little bit difficult. I ended up just adding a wallet, generating it. It gives you a private key and it gives you the seed phrase. And then you have to send Ethereum primarily or any other ERC20 token over to the new wallet so that it's funded. Currently, there's no way to add money to a wallet you generate on the site, and that's disappointing. You should be able to generate a wallet and then just fund the wallet through like a gift card or a credit card. But right now, you have to send it from a centralized exchange or from another wallet. You either have to provide the seed phrase and the private key from an existing wallet you have, or you have to generate a new wallet on the site. It has to have those permissions in order to interact with Uniswap. So let's go through some of the features. Just to show you the interface, I'm just going to use Unibot, which I just think it's kind of a little funny because OCD does what Unibot does plus a lot of several other bots. You have to go to like Dex Screener, get the contract address. You could also get it off of CoinGecko. Then you have to enter it in and then it populates. And even you can see here in Unibot, I think Unibot has been left in the dust. So you can see Unibot is down here, became really popular. And then I think a lot of these other bots came out that have a lot more features. It's just dropping off the map. But if Unibot were to make a comeback, I would say it's probably going to be in this $25 area, but it's terrible looking chart. So you can type in the contract address of any token, and then it will also provide an audit. So one of the features it does is a contract audit. So it checks the contract and verifies that it's not a honeypot or it's not a scam. So that's definitely beneficial. And then it also shows the pool information. So the market cap and the amount of liquidity, how many token holders. And as far as it also has a watch list, although this is another feature that I can't get to work. I mean, it looks like you add from the watch list here, at least that's what it appears is supposed to happen. And then just nothing happens on the actual watch list itself. It just sits there. And then there's this button that doesn't do anything. One of the primary features is that you can trade tokens, you can buy, you can sell, and then in the future, you're going to be able to do a limit order, which would be awesome. But right now it said limit orders are coming soon. So that's a feature that's currently still not working. So trading tokens, audit token contracts. You can also use multiple exchanges. Now it's going to generate PancakeSwap. It's going to connect and it's going to populate the contract information for that. And you can see more info on this contract and you can see all the checks that it runs through. And I think these drop-down tabs over here are just a little silly. Like, I'm not exactly sure why you would want to hide it. At least all of the base information. I can understand the button right here, but perhaps in the future they're going to have more tabs over here. And it does not appear this is going to load in any kind of timely manner. So we'll see if their own token will load. So definitely a little clunky. I don't know how smooth it is. One thing is it has the trending pools that are down here also, but you can't go to the token, which always just makes me feel like I'm just being a little slighted. You're going to populate these pools. I mean, these are tradable pools. So why wouldn't you be able to go to them? You could look and you can say, oh, opium is down 12% in the last hour. Maybe it's a good buy right now. Let me look at the chart, but you can't. And they don't even have the contract address. So then I would have to go over to Dex Screener, get the contract address, come back here, enter it in. So that is definitely a little disappointing. But you can do multiple exchanges. It's anti-MEV, which is maximal extractable value. And there are MEV bots that will fill the block as it's processed to take any differences in value, which will have you buy a little bit higher or sell a little bit lower. So it does fight against that. But the user interface, it is definitely not easy. In order you want to snipe this token, you can set up the sniper method, mempool scan. I mean, it says up here is for liquidity transactions. And snipers are primarily to use to buy a token as quickly as possible after it's launched. So the token goes through a couple of series of processes before it's available to trade. The token contract is loaded and then the liquidity is provided. And then after all the criteria are met, then it allows you to buy it. And there's, in a lot of cases, when there's a launch, there will be a race to buy that token. First person that buys the token buys it at the cheapest price, and then as more people buy it, the price escalates. And so you can use the sniper for that. Wallet settings, private node, there is very little information on the private node. It just says they're available. I'm not exactly sure what the benefit would be. And then you have these buy and sell configurations, which is by no means any type of a novice type of setting. And there's very little educational content at all to use any of these features. So that's always a little frustrating. Now, if you're an intermediate to an advanced trader, most likely you're going to know what all of this stuff is, and it's going to be relatively simple for you. But for somebody who's just new to bots, we would definitely stay away. User interface, I wish they would be able to improve the wallets. You should also be able to acquire tokens on the site. Watch list doesn't work. Limit orders don't work yet. They do have a slight YouTube present. They have one video they put up here a month ago. It basically just goes through and talks about how wonderful and great the project is. Definitely no education with that, so it would be nice if they had some tutorial videos on here, and eventually they might, but currently they do not. Now, they do also have revenue sharing, so these are some of the tools that they have: Sniper bot, flash swap arbitrage, copy trading, MEV bot, algorithmic trading, and then these features are what they have available now. But I will say that the watch list isn't on here, so that could be something they're still working on. The roadmap is very vague: laying the foundation, accelerating growth and adoption, and scaling to new heights. And it has some fairly vague goals. Premium features. Fantastic. Increase active user base. Amazing. You would think they would have some type of goals. Currently we have 8,000 token holders. In the future we'd like to have 500,000, and we'd like to have it by this date, and this is how we're going to get there. This is essentially we're building a project and we want it to get bigger and better in the future. That's our roadmap. Roadmap could definitely be more detailed. Revenue sharing. This is also misleading. In a lot of the literature, it says that 50% of revenue sharing goes to all holders. But when you look at the light paper, it's 50% of revenue sharing all holders with 1/4% or more of the OCD token in the wallet. Now, there's 1 billion tokens. 1/4% is 2.5 million tokens. 2.5 million tokens is $22,000 in Ethereum. So that's definitely disappointing. That definitely isn't for the weekend trader. There are going to be people that obviously can afford 13.5 Ethereum, but it's by no means any type of entry-level revenue sharing. That is definitely disappointing. I think that anybody who holds a token should get a portion of the revenue share, not just token holders that have $20,000 invested in the project. But then again, this is not a project for new users. New users are not going to use this project. As far as support, primarily the support is Telegram. So the Telegram is pretty active, 3,700 members. They are responsive on the Telegram if you have any questions. That's mostly the support. It's a typical Telegram where it's a bunch of rah-rah, going to be great, to the moon, but they are pretty active and they are responsive. As far as the reputation on the project, I have mixed feelings right now. There are many features that still aren't working, but the Telegram is very active and it's enthusiastic. They do regular updates on Twitter, unless we're calling it X now. I think X is a terrible name, but on X 36 minutes ago, October 6th, so every day or two. For sure, they're issuing announcements, so there's definitely regular updates. Let's see, as far as the actual token itself, right now, the token is trading at 0.07 of a cent or 0.007 of a dollar, a market cap of 3.1 million. I believe if they continue to make improvements and they get some of the issues taken care of, this can definitely be, $100, $200 million market cap token in the future. I feel like it could be substantially higher than that if they would make it much more friendly to novice users or new users. Right now, it's only going to be used by very advanced traders, and there's an argument to be made for the majority of tokens out there are held by advanced users or intermediate users, as opposed to somebody who jumps on there and has a few $1,000s they want to use. They're not going to be going to this advanced of a bot to make coin purchases, as opposed to just logging on to Coinbase and buying their tokens through Coinbase, and most likely never using a wallet. They have not had any third-party audits, so I don't know how secure the site is. They have done a contract audit, and then I did enter the contract address into ARC. Put a link in the description below. We did do a review on ARC last week, so you can check that out. But security got a 77 out of 99, and it does have these two potential exploits: unchecked external calls and a re-entry attack. ARC will explain exactly what the potential exploit is. As far as the user interface goes, I think the user interface is a little clunky. In the description for the token, it says it's for the intermediate user or it's for the novice user. By no means for this interface to be used by the novice user. It is very advanced. You have to have a broad knowledge of the crypto markets, of many different tools in the crypto markets. It does provide some tools for the advanced user that are very helpful and convenient. I think the way the wallet works is very disappointing. It's just a typical wallet. It's not anything advanced. You can't buy any tokens directly on the site. You can't put any money into the wallet from a credit card or from a gift card, so that's disappointing. The watch list currently doesn't work. They have quite a bit of work to do on the user interface before it behaves, I think, as it's intended. Next, we have security. For security, they should do their due diligence and go through a third-party audit. And next, we have support. Currently, really for support, there isn't any frequently asked questions. All they have is a Telegram. It is pretty busy. There are quite a few people on there. They're responsive. And last, we have reputation. It is a very new protocol. They do regular updates on Twitter. They are pretty active in the Telegram. They are still working on many features. I feel like a lot of the features don't work. The revenue share for just people that have $20,000 to put into the token is definitely disappointing. They definitely have some stuff to work on as far as the reputation. The roadmap, it doesn't have any dates. It doesn't have any specific details. The roadmap is, we're going to start the protocol. We're going to make it better. It's going to get bigger. That's the roadmap. It needs to be more specific. The market cap right now of OCD is 3.1 million. I think if they make some advancements on the user interface and get some of these details worked out, they can definitely be a couple of $100 million market cap coin. Maybe even more if they get some of the features on the wallet improved, make it easier to use for new users. If they just get everything working seamlessly from the interface that they have now, I would say easily a couple of $100 million market cap. Let's summarize the review. For features, we have 3 stars. For user interface, we have 2.5 stars. Security gets 2.5 stars. Reputation gets 3 stars. Support gets 3.5 stars. Overall, I feel like there's a lot of improvements that this protocol can make. It is very new. They are working on a lot of the details. I can definitely see this being a very popular protocol in the future. Overall, currently, they get 3 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching Deciphering Crypto. I appreciate it. Please give me a like and subscribe. If you have any new tokens that you really love or you'd like for me to do a review on, please leave them in the comments below. Remember, crypto is risky. This is not financial advice. You could lose what you put in. I really appreciate you coming on this journey with me. I'll see you next time. Take care.